All right. Welcome everyone. Just be a second here, getting things set up. Okay. It's cold. It is a cold one. My hands are numb right now. Whew. Okay. It's like it's minus 17 outside. The wind chill is probably in the minus 20s. And boy, does it ever cut through. So my hands are still cold. I was just picking them up and dropping off the kids. So let's be a second here. Be jumping in the chat in just a moment, just letting some of these messages go out. And this is going to be the second stream. So this is going to be my second stream called Mainnet. And the first one went really well, and I'm happy with the performance. And thanks for everyone who came to the first one. That was it was great. We looked at the Seeker performance, and we're actually going to be taking a look at that today. We're just going to see how the TGE went. By the way, if you're watching this and you're jumping on right now, how did you make out with the TGE? Because I talked a little bit about what my strategy was and what I was doing, but I'm really curious to know how you guys did. So we'll take a look at that. Seeker also has the Seeker team has a new deal that's 50%, which sounds great. It's half price, which is like real value for the phone itself. Like just for the phone itself, like a $250 phone or $225 phone. That's a good price for any phone in general. So we'll take a look at the deal. There's a few things I wanted to caution you on if you are new and you are looking at that. I'm also going to be talking about my Solana that's staked. So at the end of October, I had dropped a video and I was staking Solana on 3 different platforms, now 4. And I just want to give an update on that and give you my 90-day results so far. So as I had thought at the time, Solana wasn't doing anything. I thought it would at least stay in the $200 range. It just dipped down. I think we're in 125 right now. So the value of it overall has dropped significantly, but I'm still staking it and I'm earning it. So I want to show you what the results are for that. And we'll see which one's performing the best so far. Moonbirds is having their TGE event right now. The token is live. I had retweeted that this morning. That it looks so far like it's doing well. We'll take a look at the charts for that project. There's supposed to be an airdrop. Now, the airdrop, I was watching their Discord and their Twitter account. I don't think the airdrops happened. If you know different, let me know. Put it in the comments. Curious to know what's going on there, because the reason why I'm bringing up Moonbirds is because they had an SBT, a soul-bound token for Seeker holders. And so there might be a portion allocated to you. So I'm going to keep that in the loop. And as I get more information, I'll be putting it out in this stream itself, or I'll be dropping it in X. I'll also make a post on YouTube. So we'll take a look at that. I'll just jump into the comments right off the bat. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's a decent amount of people already. That's good. Geekrar is here. Welcome. And we have CCM. My boy CCM is here. Thanks for your support. Thanks for coming on. Techman Ty. It's got the eyeballs over here. Baj, welcome. Thank you for joining. I communicate with you on Twitter all the time. I'm happy to see you on here. Slick, thank you for coming. Good evening. Good evening. Oh, yeah. So we're in different time zones. So for me, this is 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's the middle of the afternoon. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Razzie Studio, welcome. What's up? Just Namik, hello. 100 Air, good afternoon. Yes, BIRB to the moon. Let's see what happens. It looks like it's taking off so far. Did you get the drop? I don't know anything about the drop details yet, so I'm trying to stay posted on that. Yeah, I'm going live. I'm trying this out. So I'm in a boot camp right now with YouTube. Can't show you that stuff, but anyways, I've committed to 10 streams minimum. If I can do more than 10, I'll be doing more than 10. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping to bring value. That's what I'm trying to do. Hopefully these streams help you out if you're exploring the ecosystem. RT Dindale, welcome. I'm in Canada. Oh, you're in Michigan. Nice. Just over the lake. Welcome. Blaze London. Oh, you got your 40 Sky up and running. Good. So I already had a problem getting mine up and running because it was cold and I was whining about that. And so now it's cold. It's even colder and I have lots of snow. So my 40 Sky is in my garage and it's not really completely running right now. Welcome. Found the horizontal stream. Yeah. So I'm streaming on X today. I'm streaming on the vertical and horizontal on YouTube. Minus 18. Yeah, it is. It is a cold one. It is definitely cold. Let me put these comments on the screen too. So I can just go through a few more here. All right, Techman Ties here. You bought more. What price did you get it at? I believe the token is dropping right now, so might be a good long-term hold if you're looking at it. Thank you. I'm glad it's helping. I'm trying to keep active in this Seeker ecosystem, so I'm hoping these updates help you. Yeah, if we're talking about BIRB, we'll see what's happening. So one thing that I thought was interesting is they did the launch. Binance got their allocation for their community first, and before everyone else, and that seems to sort of be the role when Binance has a TGE event when they're hosting it. They somehow get exclusive rights, and they get to do their drop early. So a lot of people in that exchange benefit. So I don't know anything about the drop yet. Let me just quickly check their Discord. So the official channels for communication with this project is going to be Discord, or it's going to be their Twitter account. Just going to quickly check their Discord. And there is no announcements yet that I see for the airdrop. Although the token is released and the contract is out there. So if you search for BIRB on CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, you should be able to see it there. Automatic Beats. Sir, thank you for joining. You're going to like this podcast. I'm going to be talking a lot about Solana. Yes. So people that are holding the SBT tokens, or I guess they're like NFTs, soulbound tokens, they're going to be allocated a portion of this airdrop. The more you have, the more of an allocation that you get. So I don't know what the breakup is. They released the tokenomics. The tokenomics aren't too detailed. It just gives you a percentage that typically projects do. So I'm not exactly sure how much Seeker holders will get for the SBT token. I did put out a tweet when it was released. This is going back about 4 months ago. To qualify it, you had to have your Genesis token in your seed wallet, and you'd have to validate it through their website, their minting website. No, I don't believe the claim portal is open yet. I checked it so far and I haven't seen anything. Yes. DJ Axe, or is it Alex Moon from Bulgaria? Welcome all the way from Bulgaria. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. I'm really happy. Thank you for joining the channel. Yeah, it's B-I-R-B. Beeb. B-I-R-B. Let me just pull up the chart quickly here before we get started, and we'll take a look at that. A little bit off track, but we'll just see. This is the, can I show it on the screen? Can I show it? Let's see. Yeah, this is the token so far. Ticker BIRB. It's up 141% so far. I'm assuming the airdrop hasn't happened. I can see this dropping significantly if it does happen. It's supposed to happen today. I just don't know when. All right. Yes, to the moon, brother, to the moon. Okay, so I'm going to stop right here. And if you have questions, go ahead and put them in the comments below. Let me know how the airdrop worked out for you. I'm really interested to hear that. And I'm just going to dive into a few topics right now. And what I'll do is I'll take a break in between. I'll take a look at the comments. I'll answer any questions, and then we'll just proceed from there. So this is the second stream that I have so far on the Mainnet podcast. The things I'm going to be talking about today is going to be the overall performance of the SKR token and how the TGE event went. It was shocking for me. It did extremely well, and we'll go into that in detail. I'm also going to be talking about a new deal for the Seeker phone that's out right now. A few things that I want to caution you guys on if you are proceeding to purchase that. I've been staking Solana for 90 days. So I'm doing an update on that. I've used 4 different platforms. One platform I used just a little bit later, a couple weeks later, but I want to show you those results. And then we'll also be taking a look at Moonbirds. We'll take a look at the performance and the tokenomics. And if I find out about the airdrop details, if it's been released, I'll let you know, and I'll put that down below. So first of all, let's go ahead and take a look at the Solana TGE. So I'm going to pull up the chart first, and we'll see how. Sorry, I said Solana, I meant Seeker, the Seeker TGE. So I'm just going to pull up the chart right now, share it. I'm supposed to be able to move myself around. Where am I? There we go. I'll put myself on the side. Okay. So here is the chart. I was hoping for this just to go over 1 penny, and it smashed that. So there was a huge plummet, and the plummet was what I was expecting. You're not seeing it in this chart, but when the token generation event happened, it went from, I think it was like 6 cents down to 0.006 cents. So it dropped significantly. I think a lot of people who received their allocation did sell it during that portion, at least the people that had access. There was some claiming issues. My phone crashed, so I wasn't even able to do it at the time. Thank God I wasn't able to do it at the time. But some people, unfortunately, did not max it out. Let me know how you did. We started off over here. This is at 0.009, and then it progressed really well. It went over a cent, which was my target, and it completely took off to an all-time high of, well, I don't know if this graph is completely accurate, but it's saying 0.053 cents. So excellent token generation event. If anybody caught this spike over here and had your orders filled, congratulations. It's leveled out significantly since then, and we're in the 2 cent range. Now, for it to be at 2 cents, it's almost double what I was expecting. This is excellent. I'm really happy with the performance overall. But let's take a look how the tiers looked. So when I do this, it's probably going to piss off some people, but it's also going to make some other people salivate a little bit, because how much could you have earned if it reached the all-time high? So let me pull this up over here. What am I doing? Share this tab. Okay, there we go. All right. So if you were lucky enough to catch this token at its all-time high during the token generation event, which according to CoinGecko was 0.05582 cents. That was the peak on the first day. If you're in the first category, which is sovereign, 750,000 SKR, you would have over $40,000 during this drop. Whoops. There we go. During this drop, over $40,000. This is insane. I've never seen an airdrop this big. So Luminary was the next one. This is the one I was in. I did not max out this price. Luminary 6,977. So just under $7,000. Blows my mind that even happened. Vanguard, again, this is at the peak. I don't expect anybody getting it at the peak. Although on Twitter, you'll hear everybody, oh, I got it at the, no, not everyone got it at the peak, but Vanguard, 2,232, absolutely amazing. Prospector If they were lucky enough, they broke even on their phone and even took some profit. So 558. And then Scout would have made up over 50% of the profit on their phone, or the cost of their phone, at $279. So these numbers are fabulous. They're shocking to me. I've never seen a token generation event. I've never seen an airdrop with this value before. This is absolutely insane. So curious to know how you guys did. The way I had done it is I used the Mexi exchange. As soon as my tokens were available, I sent over half, I staked half. In the Mexi exchange, I just put in multiple orders from it was like 0.08 cents. And then I just staggered them all the way up to 2.2 cents. Sorry, to 0.022 cents. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, all my orders filled pretty fast. And then I was kind of crying as it kept going up because I couldn't believe it was. I thought 0.02 was going to be a moonshot. That was a moonshot goal, but it kept going all the way up past 5 cents. So it just blew my mind. Anyways, very shocked with how that worked out. So for the newcomers that are new to the ecosystem, the Seeker token, I don't know if I can pull this up. Sorry, guys, it's amateur hour here. Yeah. All right. So for newcomers, the Seeker token is used for the ecosystem incentives, and it's a governing utility token. So users can use it to vote. You can also stake this token and you can earn on it. The current APY, I believe, is above 24 or 23%. So even if you are staking it, it's a significant amount. We'll go into staking of this token as well, because a large portion of the people that claim the airdrop actually staked it, and it's a very large portion. We'll take a look at that in just a moment as well. So overall, I think the token generation event went really, really well. This is the first one. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but it's called Season 1. It's the biggest one. It was 20% of the total allocation of the token. So it's a massive drop. There's still 10% left, but the 10% that's going to be left is going to be dropped over time during the next couple of seasons. Now, I believe I don't know how many more seasons there's going to be. We're in season 2 right now. I'm expecting maybe a couple more. I'm not sure. The lifespan of most phones is about a year or two, right? That's usually how long people keep their phones for before they cycle into a new one. So I'm expecting there to be multiple seasons over time. And I'll talk about the Seeker deal in just a moment, but let me just go back into the chat because I need to catch up over here. I don't even know where I left off. There we go. Okay, so update. Yes, I will keep you up to date during the stream, and I'll let you know if I get any information about the airdrop for BIRBs. If you're new to the stream, if you don't mind smashing that like button, it's going to help me reach more people. I'm trying to grow this as much as possible. So if you don't mind smashing the like, thank you very much. And we'll get on to the next one. Where are we? So bad at this. Okay. How do you know if you got this? Okay, so how do you know? You would actually have to go to the website during the claim window. So the claim window, I believe, was a period of time. I think it was 3 weeks. They put out a few tweets that talked about it in a few videos, and I'd also posted the link for it. In order for you to qualify it, you would have to claim for this SBT token. I don't even think there was any cost to it. I think it was just a very small transaction fee, a few cents maybe to do it. Once you claimed it, it would be in your wallet. If you have the NFT and you're holding it in your wallet, then you'll be able to qualify for this drop. At least that's the details I was given so far. I'm not exactly sure. The information from the team hasn't been completely clear. So I'll keep you in the loop as that happens. 27% for NFT holders. Not sure if it's an NFT in OpenSea. we're holding on Seeker. Okay. 1.18 ETH. Wow. Okay. Yes, for BIRBs. How safe are the dApps connected to your wallet? Seems kind of sketchy. Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of the dApps seem sketchy. So they're supposed to go through a validation process before they go into the dApp store. How thorough that process is, I'm not really sure. So just by going the fact that the team has validated the dApps in the Seeker dApp store should mean I should be able to connect my wallet to it. But don't take my word for it. If you are going to install a dApp from the Seeker store, check out the main socials of the team. Also, go to the website and do your own research before you install the app. There's a lot of drops that happen that are very tempting, but you're giving access to your wallet. You might automatically sign some transactions you may not be aware of, and then an exploit can happen. So always be cautious with that. I do it for content. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I try to post my mistakes as much as possible because they're frequent. They're frequent. If you see me on X, they're definitely frequent. Only got 41 SKR. Yeah. So when did you sell, or did you sell? 41K is still a lot, right? It's a decent chunk. Yeah, Moonbirds. It's Moonbirds. I use wallets, basically nothing connecting to the wallets for airdrops, just enough to cover gas fees, then move it into a hardware wallet. Yeah. So a lot of the stuff that I use in the Seeker ecosystem, exclusively for the Seeker ecosystem, is staying on my phone. Everything else, it's off exchanges. It's in my personal hardware wallets. That's usually the way I roll. All right. Yes, it definitely did. I'm shocked. The return was super impressive. I was expecting a huge crash. All of the TGE events that I've been in over the last 2 years have almost followed the very same pattern of a very short peak and an extreme crash, maybe 60%. And I usually don't break even. So this is shocking that I was able to not only break even, but grab some profit. $500 is nothing to complain about. Definitely, that's amazing. At 5 cents, that's incredible. Yes. Yep. I'm going to be talking about that in just a few minutes. Actually, next, I'll be talking about that next. 11,000 Seeker, 10,000. Okay. Got 40,000 and staked it all. My man, good job. You staked it all. Good job. Not easy to do, especially when you're watching the price. I had a few comments of people trying to unstake their tokens. And unfortunately, when you stake it, it gets locked for it's a short period of time. It's about 48 hours, I believe, depending on when you did it. So if you had staked it and you saw the price jump, you may have not capitalized on it. But I think long-term staking is a really good play. Yeah. But you can't tell. You can't tell. I put a lot of effort into it, mostly because I was putting content behind it. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't have looked out the same way if I had staked it at 16 transactions my wallet. Okay. Raptor Mining is here. Hello, brother. Thank you for joining. Do you think season 2 will be approximately 6 months or at the end? So I don't know. They actually haven't said this. This is another annoying thing about the team when it comes to details and transparency. It's not always there. Seeker season 2, it's called a season. So I'm assuming, I'm in Canada, seasons are usually about a quarter, 3 to 4 months, right, is what I'm expecting. Season 1 was about September. Yeah, it was about 4 months, 3.5, 4 months. I'm expecting season 2 to be roughly the same. If they're going to try to keep things uniform, I'd expect it to be roughly the same. So I'm guessing 3 to 4 months. They haven't stated any of those details to my knowledge yet. If you know different, let me know. So that's what I think. Oh, nice. You caught a drop, picked up a little bit more. Good job. Raptor Mining got 40K, staked it, staked half and half. That's the way I did it. Roswell Studio got 500. Okay. Soulbound BIRB NFT. How do you? Yeah. So the NFT, like I'd mentioned earlier, must be claimed for you to get it. You wouldn't get it dropped. So you'd have to first of all know about it. Then you'd have to go to the Moonbirds website and go to the claim page, connect your Seeker wallet to it to qualify, and then you'd be able to mint it. Yeah. Thoughts on buying now and staking it? Okay. So buying it now is not such a bad idea. I'm just going to pull up the chart. Yep. Here's a chart right now. We're sitting at about 2 cents. It's up for the last week or so, 119%, which is great. It's somewhat plateaued right now, but anything could happen. This could go down. The market can change. Trump could tweet something. Who knows what's going to happen? If you believe long-term in the project and you understand the utility of it, also, if you've looked at the MediaTek deal, which I think is kind of a big deal, they're a chipset developer that creates the chipset for Android phones. In a video previously, I think I said 50%. It's actually in the mid 40s or 40% of the chipsets for all Android phones are made by MediaTek. The Seeker Mobile team has created a deal with them to include access to the ecosystem. I'm not exactly sure about the details. They didn't talk too much about those details, but basically any phone, not just the Seeker phone, any phone with the MediaTek chipset in it going forward, once this deal closes and they're installed, will automatically have access to the Seeker ecosystem, which is huge because we know there's hundreds of millions of Android phones, and that phone cycle is usually 2 years. So it's going to be rotating over time. People will just automatically get into it, have access to it. They may not use it, but they'll have access to it. So the exposure is going to grow. I believe 5 to 10 years, this could definitely go up from where it is right now. I would love to see it at a market cap of $1 billion, which is about a 10x from where we are right now. But that's long-term growth. Short-term, in the next year or two, anything can happen. This could go to zero. Beyond that, I do think that there's going to be some growth. So it really depends on how you view the project and its sustainability. What's your most preferred DePIN project? Order demo for the car, logging into it. Okay, so in the DePIN space, the projects I like the most are the ones that have, they're generating revenue. And not every project can say that. So there's actually, majority of the projects can't actually say that they're generating revenue. The top one for me, the one that's basically setting the pace for everybody else is GeoNet. If you're in that project, the monthly earnings of this project is incredibly consistent. The token, I believe, is very undervalued, and they have huge potential with the partnerships that they've already signed. They're already generating revenue, so a lot of bonuses with this project right now. So if you're looking at DePIN projects, definitely look at GeoNet. There's another one that's teamed up with them. It's called Rover, ROVR, and they're collecting street mapping data for autonomous vehicles. They're collecting real-time live data as people are driving around. They're mapping out those locations. They have a LiDAR device that they're selling right now. It's incredibly expensive. I think it's about $3,000 or $4,000. But they have this device that they're installing on vehicles so they can gather LiDAR details for their platform. I think this overall is going to be a very strong play as well. And 4D Sky, we were talking about 4D Sky earlier. That's a great project, lots of potential, especially with drone activities and everything below. I think it's 10,000 feet. All these lower flight devices that need to be tracked when it comes to drone deliveries and everything else. The potential with 4D Sky is incredible as well. So maybe check those ones out. Those are a few that I've talked about. And maybe in another stream, I can actually just dive into some DePIN projects further for you guys. Okay, be careful with the apps. I didn't think it should. Yeah, overall, if you're getting it from the Seeker store, the dApps are supposed to be safe. That's like with an asterisk on it. What's really safe in the crypto world? If you install a dApp, can they update it in the future and then an exploit sneaks through that no one caught? That could be an issue. I don't know. But be cautious. So far, I haven't ran into any significant issues with the Seeker dApp store. There was one called LOL Seeker or something like that. It's a prediction tool. That one seemed like a scam, although nothing actually happened to my wallet. The project just doesn't seem real. Any price predictions for 2026? Okay, well, price predictions was 2 cents, but we're already there. So can it hit its all-time high again? I think it can if they announce more deals, if they start talking about revenue and they talk about what they're actually generating in terms of the dApp store and hardware sales and everything else that they're getting from the ecosystem. When they start exposing those details and how much revenue they're generating, I can definitely see an upside to this project. Right now, I think 2 cents is a great price. I think it might stay in this range, 1 to 2 cents for a while. I don't think it's going to go crazy. Sorry, long term for the rest of the year, I don't think it's going to go crazy. For this month, it could drop significantly. It could probably go back up to 6 cents. Who knows, right? Best daily. Okay. Best apps for daily activity. So the ones I use, let me just pull up my phone here because there's a few. I talked about Token Run before, and the reason why I talked about Token Run, it's by the GeoNet team, the project I was talking about earlier. They released the Token Run dApp. This is a really cool dApp that you can use that you're getting tokens immediately. So right off the bat, when you install it, I believe if you use a referral code or when you sign up, it's something, you get 20 geo tokens right off the bat. And as you complete more tasks, you can acquire more geo tokens. As you open up treasure chests that are on the map, I don't know if you can see this. As you open up these little chests that are on the map, it costs 1 geo token to open, but you usually get its value back in another token, which is going to be a wide selection from, you can get the Soul token, Bonk, Rover, another project I talk about, Pingu. They have Pump, they have Dog with Hat, they have Tesla X. These are all real tokens that are tradable right now. There's no other way. In most apps, you're not getting anything immediately. With Token Run, you actually are. So that's why I'm happy about that one. That's why I talk about it a lot. What else do we have? CFL, Crypto Fantasy League is another really fun dApp that I use. You're competing against other people, and you pick a portfolio of 5 different projects, and then you compete against other people's projects for a length of, I think it's 30 seconds to a minute, and they compete on a graph. And you're placing a bet of 0.03 Sol and up, really depends on the one that you're going for. And the top 2 winners, I believe, get a portion of the pool. Number 1 gets more, number 2 gets a little bit less, and then you just win points for the other roles. Loot Goal is another dApp that I use frequently. Again, you open up chests around, you can earn some tokens, raffle tickets that they have as well. Soul Mail. If you don't know anything about Soul Mail is it's like an email application on the blockchain. The reason why I'm mentioning this one is they are expected to have an airdrop soon. They have announced it on X. You can go ahead and check that out. It's SOL Mail. You can install that dApp. If you need a referral code, mine is Mail. This one is supposed to have an airdrop soon. And what other apps do I use frequently? Those are the ones I use definitely the most. Lulu Finance is one, and Marinade are 2 dApps that I use on my phone that I'm staking with. I'll be talking about that in just a moment as well. But yeah, those are some of them. If you guys have other dApps that are better that you have fun with, let me know in the comments as well. We have about 100 people that are on the stream right now. If you're new to the stream, thank you for joining. Please smash that like button because it's going to help me reach more people. And I appreciate having you on. Thank you. Let's see what we have here. Anyone staking results, receiving more. Oh, sorry. Anyone thinks staking SKR will result in receiving more on the next. Oh, airdrop. Yes. Sorry, I read that wrong. So in one of the announcements, they did talk about staking the SKR token, the Seeker token. There should be a benefit if you're staking it right from the get-go for season 2. So I do think that's a plus. So if you are staking the Seeker token as part of the airdrop for season 2, I'm pretty sure that will be one of the categories that you'd want to be involved with. I think so. I think it's here to stay. It's a solid project. I have to say, I was talking crap about it every once in a while, and there is definitely some cons, but overall, they're doing a really good job managing it. I'm only up about 80K in the Seeker now. Okay. Did you purchase that? CCM, you're going. Thank you for coming on, brother. Appreciate you. Usually long-term stakers receive future airdrops. Yes, that is correct. And if you're staking the Seeker token, that should benefit you. Is DePIN? I wish. Actually, I think I'm losing money with DePIN. I've dropped a lot of money in DePIN. I believe in the future of DePIN. It's not my full-time job. I have a couple of businesses that I run, and YouTube is for fun. I got involved with YouTube during the pandemic, started putting out videos. It was really about keeping me accountable for things that I was doing and also keeping track. I made a lot of guides when I first created this channel, and it was really keeping track of what the heck I'm doing because the process would change depending on the project. So it's not my full-time job. I have 2 businesses that I run. So this is not, this is supposed to be for fun. 40K. You bought 40K more at 2.5 cents. Okay. I think that's still decent. That's we're sitting at about 2. You don't know where the price is going to go. We're sitting at 2 cents right now. Buying at 2.5 cents, seeing it at 5 cents still seems like a really good deal. It could go back up in the short term. As the stakers were low-key whales. Yeah, I agree with that. Helium is an easy one if you're okay with KYC. So Helium was a project I jumped into. Oh, this is like years ago now. Not Helium Mobile, but just the IoT version. And that kind of blew up and fell apart, but it's still around and you can still earn with it. Nowhere near as profitable as the early days. Helium Mobile, though, is a really good project to look at if you're interested. Okay, not bad. Not bad. You're sitting pretty right now. I don't know. I don't know if they got staked. Nanex surprisingly generating revenue. Yes, I actually heard about this. I haven't. I'm not in Nadex right now, but yeah, I heard they're generating revenue. The partnerships are good. They pivoted, I believe. When they pivot, that's always a positive sign because they're looking for the opportunity. Another project that pivoted was Silencio. I remember DePIN Connection talking about this, and they're using the voice data that they're collecting for AI and AI-based tools that need to be taught different schematics. And apparently that's very beneficial. They're actually generating revenue as well. So both very positive projects, looking good. Rover and B, milking some rewards, nothing mind-blowing. Hey, that's cool. If you're making something off of them, that's great. Beehive, I returned mine. I waited a year and a half I pre-ordered it. I waited a year and a half. Nothing was happening. I canceled my order, got my refund. I was tired of waiting for that one. Dabish, welcome. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, Dexter. Yes, I was looking at that. Got to be very careful. Definitely be careful. Okay, so I'm going to pause right now and I'm going to jump into the next thing. We'll come back to the chat in just a moment. Going to go to the Seeker deal because I want to get into this before. Wow, time is going already. Okay, let's go into the Seeker deal. And I'll pop it up on the screen here in just a second. There we go. So this is the tweet. So 50% off. The phone is $500. 50% off means that the cost of it is going to be $225. This is a really good deal for hardware, just based on hardware. So the phone itself is it's not like a high-end phone, but it's a pretty good phone. It takes decent pictures, not amazing pictures. The sound quality, listening to videos or music is garbage. The picture quality is mediocre. The speed of the phone is actually pretty good when I'm running apps on it, not a problem. And the main benefit definitely is having the hardware wallet built into this phone is a bonus. The negative part is the hardware wallet is only for the Solana ecosystem, no other ecosystem. So you're typeset with just Solana if you're picking this up for a hardware wallet. Although it's really good value overall. So $225 is great. One thing I want to caution people on is there's a lot of excitement. I think the timing of this is very interesting. There's a lot of excitement around the airdrop and the numbers I was just talking about previously. Like the biggest portion was $40,000 at the height. And the first three categories not only broke even on the cost of the phone, but they also took home a healthy profit. Don't expect that with this phone in season 2. That's really what I want to get across. The allocation for season 1, let me just pull this up so you can actually see it visually. Okay. So the allocation for season 1, you can see that airdrops in the tokenomics is 30%. Okay, that's a huge portion, but 20% is already blown up and given away. So season 1 got 20% of the total supply. That means there's only 10% left. 10% for the rest of the seasons. We don't know how many seasons there's going to be. There's season 2 that's happening right now. My guess is there's going to probably be about 3 or 4 seasons in total. 10% is going to be distributed between all future seasons, and that's it for the entire supply. Now, when people are staking the Seeker token, I believe they're also going to be generating some revenue from that, and it's going to go back into the airdrop category. But if we're taking a look at the distribution right now, only 10% is left. So if you're going to be picking up this phone at 50% off, don't expect the airdrop to pay for the cost of the phone. That's the main thing that I want to point out. Because when I was on X and I was listening to a lot of the chatter, it did seem like a lot of people were leaning towards that way, thinking that they're going to get the same results. You're not going to get the same results unless the price of the token skyrockets, but I wouldn't want you to expect the same results when it comes to that. So there's no guarantee of the amount for the for seasons 2 airdrop. And we don't know what the value of the token is. So just be buyer beware. We were talking about staking. And here's something else that I wanted to share with you, because this I thought was quite incredible as well. This is staking for the Seeker token itself. Okay. Once again, guys, I'm an amateur at streaming. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so currently right now, the APY on the Seeker token is 23%, which is phenomenal. It started off at about 28%. It's been coming down as more people stake. I believe this will also come down, although You scroll down over here and you look at the supply. I think you guys can see this. Total supply, 10 billion. Circulating supply is 5.7 billion. Of the 5.7 billion, almost 4 billion is staked. Almost 4 billion is staked. We're in the 60%. I think we're more than 60% right now. More than 60% of the supply is currently staked, which is insane. Again, this is a huge plus for the ecosystem. When I was looking at the earlier numbers, it was about 40% and then it was at 45%. But the more people that claimed their tokens have gone ahead and staked it. So this is another positive sign. So if you're looking at possibly getting the phone because you're thinking you have a long-term perspective on the Seeker ecosystem, this should speak some volumes to you because there's a lot of confidence in the project. All right, so one other thing that I want to talk about, we'll get to the BIRB's airdrop in just a bit. I'm just going to quickly check and see if anything changed here, because I don't think there's any new announcements yet, but I will double check. Okay, no announcements so far about the airdrop for BIRBs or BIRB. I'll keep you posted on that one as we go through the stream. So a lot of positive action when it comes to staking Seeker. Huge plus for the ecosystem. Okay, so next thing, staking Solana. So October 28th, I got fed up. The price was not doing anything. It was sitting at about $200. I was hoping it's going to go up. If you've been watching my channel, you know I'm quite invested in Solana, so I want it to do well. But it hasn't been doing that great. I think current price right now, we're at about $125. So it's gone down since I've been staking it, but I'm still earning rewards. And that's the key part here. Whether the chart goes up, whether the chart goes down, if you're staking, you're still going to be getting rewards. On average, you're going to be getting anywhere from 6.5% to as high as 7.5%. Really depends on the platform. But let's take a look at what I've done in 90 days so far. Whoops. Here we go. Let's pull this up. Okay. So this is my 90-day update on staking Solana. So I used 4 different platforms. The period of time is 90 days. Lulu, I added at the last minute a couple weeks later. So the Lulu results will not be as significant just because there's a little bit of a delay there. So just take that into account. So at the time, it was about $1,000 per platform that I put in. So 5 SOL was the approximate value. And in total, I staked 20 SOL. The date that I had started was October 29th. The value at that time, it was already dropping. It was worth, for 1 SOL, $194.22. Today, when I did a snapshot this morning, it was $125.93. So yes, that sucks. It's gone down, but I'm still earning. And that's the power of staking. When I first got into it, I bought it at the peak in like 2020 and it came tumbling down. I decided to stake whatever I was holding and I earned a significant amount over the 5 period of time. So I'm trying to do the similar thing right now. Hopefully not, I don't want to wait 5 years, but these are the results and I'll be updating you as I progress. So the first platform that we're looking at right now, this one's called Mainnet Finance. In the 90 days, I've earned on the 5 SOL on this platform 0.073. Mexi is the biggest returner so far, and it's 0.087 SOL within 90 days on the 5 that's staked. And then we have the Seed Vault. So this one right over here, this is the Seed Vault, which is doing surprisingly well. It's better than Mainnet, kind of surprising. 0.078. And then Lulu Finance, which I started later. This is about 2 weeks later. So 75 days is the total for this one. 0.049. So in total, I've earned 0.287 SOL. I think right now with today's numbers, let me just see what that's worth. It's not a lot, guys, but it's something. This is the key thing, is that I'm getting something because I'm waiting anyways. So I could either have the same amount or stake it and earn something. Let me see what the value is. What did I say? 287. 0.287, $36. That's actually kind of crappy. But if the token goes up back up to $200+, that doubles. It's going to be about $60. But the value is there. So the longer that we're waiting, the more that you're going to incur, like any savings account. And I just wanted to point this out. The best performer is Mexi, and that's what I earned over the 90 days. The one thing I want to tell you about Mexi is that you're going to be earning significantly more than the others, but Mexi requires KYC. So all the other platforms, I didn't KYC. For Mexi, in order for me to stake, I had to KYC, so I'm giving up my identity. That means there's probably some interaction between Mexi and my wonderful Canadian government. So when it comes to tax season, you want to make sure that you're showing what you're doing, okay? The other platforms, there is no KYC. So just wanted to point that out. So just over here, I was just showing my total value. I was originally going to do 4,000. The value actually dropped while I was creating those videos. $3,848, and current value right now is $2,518. The value is obviously going to depend on how SOL is doing. The whole entire market sucks, but that's the update for staking SOL. All the platforms that I'm using are going to be in the comments down below. Sorry, in the description, if you want to check those out. That's what I'm doing right now. This is a 90-day update. We'll do another update maybe in another month or two. And definitely 6 months, I'll be doing an update to let you know how the performance is. And we'll keep it tracking. We'll see which one's the best performer. Hopefully by the end of the year, we'll see some significant differences between the platforms. I'll just jump back over into the comments. And I don't know where I was. What is the most simple task? The simplest task on your Seeker phone would probably go into the dApp store and check the recommended or feature section and install the dApps. That's probably going to be the easiest thing. That's going to give you the most significant boost in terms of the categories that you have to fill out. So in the wallet right now, I don't know if anyone else is getting a delay, but my results for today didn't populate, which is strange. It's still not populated right now. I've noticed issues with the Seeker phone. So day 2 hasn't populated. Going into the dApp store, installing new dApps, especially the new ones, will help you fill out that new things category. dApp usage, just as long as you're opening up a dApp, it doesn't really matter which one it is. Open up a dApp, leave it open for a somewhat decent amount of time. I like using Token Run because if I'm walking around, I leave the app open and I'm getting usage for the dApp, which is going to matter. I'm also going to be getting tokens at the same time for just doing what I was going to do anyways. So there's a plus to that. It costs more than what you earned most of the time. Not sure what that's in reference to. That's the Tesla token that's on the Solana blockchain. So there is a few tokens on different chains. Can't talk properly. It's called StockX. Pretty sure that's what it's called. Let me see if I can pull it up. X stocks. Sorry, I think I have it wrong. Before I give you the wrong information, let me go to the account. Yeah, here it is. Okay, let me share this. Okay, so here's the website. So it's tokenized stocks that are on different chains, and they have partnerships with quite a few of DeFi or not DeFi, centralized exchanges, because we have a bunch of them over here. Gate.io, Bybit, Kraken. There's quite a few. These are tokenized stocks that you can now buy on different chains. Solana is one of them. There's not a ton of them, but there is quite a few so far. Tesla X is listed here. This is the one that you're getting with Token Run. Pretty much all the big tech stocks are now listed, and you can trade these stocks 24/7. Netflix, Meta, Hood, Coinbase, Amazon, Nvidia, Apple, McDonald's. There's quite a few. There's a list of them on the website as well. Maybe I'll put this in the comments so you guys can see it. Put the link in here for you guys to check out. And yeah, you can trade stocks using the blockchain, which is awesome. So the chains, Solana, Ethereum, and Tron, those are the chains that they're on. I thought BNB was one of them, but I guess I'm wrong about that. And there is quite a few top tier listed stocks. So that's what it is. That's what you're getting. You're getting the Tesla X and its fractions. You're not getting a full share. You're going to get like 0.0001, right? You're not going to get very much of it. But over time, that'll accumulate, and that's for doing nothing. You have the app open, you're walking around. You are spending 1 Geo token to open up these chests, but you're getting the Geo tokens free when you sign up. So, yeah. Yes. Okay. I think maybe you commented on one of the videos previously. I'll drop a short and I'll walk you through how to use the CFL coin, sorry, crypto fantasy league app. It's a fun app. You might lose some money though. It's a fun app. Beware. The one that was that had a lot of roulette vibes was ore, mining ore. That one's dangerous. That one's very dangerous. I had issues withdrawing bonk. Can you help? Withdrawing it on what? Not really sure. Uh, are you talking about in Token Run? You're trying to withdraw it? If it's in Token Run, you have to have a certain amount before you can withdraw because the transaction fees might kill your earnings. So that might be the reason why you can't withdraw. If you do, that's great. Seeker greater than hype. Some similarities between the two branches. Yeah, actually, I didn't think about that. There is definitely some similarities there. Definitely. Sorry, my phone is blowing up. Okay. $10K for airdrop, purchase, reset, and stake. Okay. All right. So you bought it. What you sold, you picked some up and you staked it. Not a bad plan. Buy more phones with Seeker. Yes. Sorry, I didn't even mention that when I was talking about the deal. When you're purchasing this Seeker phone, which is 50% off, you're buying it with the Seeker token. So the Seeker token needs to be the token of transaction when you're purchasing the phone. I believe if you're purchasing it using the credit card method, you might have to double check this. You're purchasing it with a credit card, but it automatically buys the Seeker token, which you then use to buy the phone. So there is a bit of a process. The entire transaction of the purchase has to be done with the SKR token in order for you to get 50% off. I don't know why I didn't mention that, but that's important to get that deal. Be great to see more of these. I got to jump over. Oh, thanks for coming by. I forgot that's on today. In Canada, we held the rate steady, so no changes over here. I'm not sure what the US is doing right now. Mattel Fun, yes, that is a good app. It's a fun game. Um, if you have kids like I do, you could just load up Mattel Fun, hand them the phone, and let them play it for you. I'm not a big gamer anymore, so but it's an interesting app. It has a very solid community as well. Sui Play. Thank you for mentioning that. So I do have my Sui Play somewhere. There was airdrops. The airdrops, I didn't claim them all. They weren't significant. I think the total value of the drops was about $100, and it's probably due for me to do an update on that. So I will make an update. I don't know what's happening with Sui Play so far. There hasn't been a lot of development. I have some alerts turned on, and I haven't. It's been quiet. It's definitely been quiet. A lot of projects are quiet right now, just because the market sucks. As the market picks up, you'll probably see new features get released. A lot of projects are sitting on them because they want to capitalize on the momentum. Hero, welcome. Thank you for coming. Did I get the Xforge phone? No. I missed out on that one. I wanted to run their node. I wanted to pick up the phone, and I didn't. If you did, let me know how that's going. Malik, welcome. Thank you for joining. I have a 2 Seeker. 2 Seekers with the 50% off SKR. Trying to understand that. If you want to buy the Seeker phone to get the 50% off, you have to use the Seeker token. How you get the Seeker token is going to be up to you. You can buy it off in the exchange, or you could use your airdrop allocation. I believe they offer a credit card method through the website where you're paying with a credit card. It immediately purchases Seeker, and then you use that to buy the phone. I'm pretty sure it's a seamless process. I never did it, so I don't know for sure. But that is, I believe, the process. Yes, it is. It offers wireless charge. Oh, I didn't know the Saga didn't have wireless charging. I never got that one. And the drop for the Saga phone was about $1,000, which everyone was talking about being a big deal, and it was. $1,000 for a drop is significant. Um, this one blew it out of the water. Thanks for mentioning that. So the wireless charger is another really good feature on this. For $250, this is a really good $250 phone. It will not blow your mind. If you put this next to an iPhone, the iPhone will crush it without even thinking about it. There are advantages, though, for crypto users to have the Seeker phone. I should mention, my Seeker phone is not my daily phone. I didn't trust it. I did not trust a crypto phone to be my daily phone, so I walk around with 2 phones like a drug dealer. But I have an iPhone. I have a Pixel 6 and 7. I don't use those anymore because I like to have an Android phone and an iPhone. My Seeker phone is my Android phone. Oh, I think I missed that one. Delicious USDJ. Thank you for coming on, brother. Thank you. Aha! You're on. Thank you. No announcement. Okay, you're on X. No announcements. I didn't see any announcements either for Burbs or Moonbirds. So I will keep you guys posted. Still looking at that. We'll take a look at the tokenomics next. We're over an hour right now into the stream. I wasn't expecting for this stream to be this long. So I'll try to go a little bit quicker. There's just a lot of questions and comments. I'm trying to get to them all. If you're new to the stream, thank you for joining. If you don't mind smashing the like button, super helpful for me. I'll help me reach a lot more people. Thank you, and I appreciate you. Is there a way to disconnect dApps from within the wallet? You should be able to. And I believe it's going to be in the menu. So I'll note this because that's a very good question. Right off the bat, just by looking at it, I can't see the disconnect option. There should be a disconnect option. What I'll do is I'll make a quick short on that, and I'll post it because yeah, people are going to want to know how to do that. Just write that down here. All right. No, you won't get the BIRB airdrop just for having the phone. You need to have the SBT token in your wallet. You need to mint it. If you didn't mint it, then you wouldn't qualify for it. I believe there was a series of tokens here. Let me pull that up right now so you guys can check this out because it was on the Moonbird's website. Actually, we'll talk about it right now instead of waiting. And I'll get back to the comments after. Let's bring up the tokenomics for this project. So the token generation event took place for Moonbirds. Okay, there we go. And they highlighted that 65% is allocated to the community. Let's take a look at the chart over here. So they have 1 billion tokens. That's the token supply. Holder for rewards is 270 million, which is the community tokens. They're citing all of this for the community, which is supposed to be 65%. Ecosystem partner expansion, 120 million tokens. Then we have value chain incentives. That's 100 million tokens. Innovation is going to be, was that 80 million? 80 million. Contrast sucks on my monitor. Sorry, guys. The team is going to get 100 million. And investors and advisors are going to get 25%, which is 250 million. So that's the tokenomics for Moonbirbs, the BIRB token, BIRB. We'll take a look at the chart so far. Actually, let me look up the main account. Pull that off here and see if they've posted anything. So they have the Binance Alpha Dex that was launched earlier this morning. This is probably the very first one that was released. They have the contract address over here. And it's on Coinbase, which is great. That came out about an hour ago. OpenSea had tweeted them. Who else? KuCoin has been released. This one happened 6 hours ago. They're on BitGet already. This happened 6 hours ago. 6 hours ago. 6 hours ago as well. Sorry, I can't talk. Bybit Exchange. That was earlier today. And then they have Binance. Binance, I believe this is the very first one. And they were eligible for an airdrop and they got their airdrop already. So that's nice. Now, one key thing that they're stating over here is that there's going to be a new website and a new claiming process. And that's specifically what I'm waiting for. This hasn't been announced yet. So I don't know what the process is for claiming the airdrop. I don't know for sure what the qualifications are or the amounts. None of that information has been released. There are thousands of scam links on X right now claiming to have the site for the airdrop. Do not click on those links. Either go to the official X account, which I'll put in the chat right now, or the Discord. So that is the Moonbirbs X account. Only click on links from the official X account or Discord. So the airdrop hasn't happened yet, but let's take a look at the price. When I say the airdrop hasn't happened yet, I mean for everybody else. It looks like Binance got their drop. Birbs. So taking, wow, it's doing really well so far. Okay. I'm not used to token launches looking like this. Usually, oh, I'm not even sharing the screen. Sorry, guys. My bad. I wasn't even sharing the screen. That means you didn't see any of the tweets I was talking about. Sorry about that. I'll go back in just a second. The Moonbirds price is right now is 42 cents. It's been going up and to the right, which is what you want to see during a token generation event. I'm going to go back to the X account so you guys can see that, because that is important. I put the link in the chat. This is the official account. And I had mentioned the exchanges that they're already live. Looks like Binance Alpha got their drop already. And it looks like Binance is the only one that got their drop. Just going to see if I can show you the previous site for Moonbirds claiming. And there was a minting process. So the SBT, the soul-bound tokens that would allow you to qualify for the drop, there was a few of them. So we have the Buy Real. There was an Aster. I don't believe you can claim any of these right now. So in order for you to qualify for this, you'd have to have your Seeker wallet connected to the website, which would be done on your phone. It would validate your Genesis token, and then you'd be able to claim the Seeker one. So here's the ones that they have: Buy Real, Aster. You go down a little bit further here, you have the Telegram set. There was 3 of those. Meteora was one. Hiato was another. Jupiter. And the Seeker one is not listed here anymore, but it was here. And these were all limited time claims. So if you didn't claim it, then you wouldn't be getting the drop. So that is Moonbirds. And I'm going to check one final time. I don't think anything has changed with the status of this airdrop. Just going to double check their Discord. And no, nothing has changed. So the airdrop hasn't happened yet. If you follow me on X, or you're watching me on X, I'll make sure I put out posts there as well as on YouTube when this drop does happen. And if they release some details about what the tiers are, if there's multiple tiers or if it's just a bulk amount, I'll make sure I provide that as well. I'll jump back in here into the chat and we'll wrap it up. What about season 2? Season 2, there is fewer categories that you need to complete in order to get the following airdrop. There's no allocation or details about what you will get with season 2. That hasn't been provided by the team. They seem to like to withhold that information for a while. Stone to photography. Thanks for coming. Jeez, got a drink. I'm drinking lots of water because I don't talk this much. Yeah. All right. Any recommendations on how to qualify for the Sui Play airdrop? So Sui Play, the airdrops are right now for people that bought the console. I'm not sure if the console is still for sale, but the airdrop was specifically for console holders. I'll just see if they're still selling them. All right, so here's the Sui Play website, and it's sold out right now. Rewards is right here, so while I'm here, I can take a look at it. And it looks like the rewards were issued already for a majority. They have LIFO that's coming. Okay, so not all the rewards. Not all the rewards have been released yet. But you would have to claim them. So I'll do a follow-up on this project, and I'll let you know how to claim it. So watch out for that. Probably get that done in the next couple of weeks. This one's not going anywhere. It's been a while. I think they're holding back. What's BIRB? That was, yeah, maybe you saw the website that I put up there. That is Moonbirds. That's the drop that's happening today. DApp activity based on transactions, transaction amounts, and time on phone. Yes, that's a question. Sorry. It's based on activity on your phone using the seed vault, performing transactions, sending and receiving whatever token using your seed vault. Using the DApp store is significantly weighted. So installing new dApps, using the dApps, and also staking and anything DeFi related to the ecosystem will also contribute towards it. Writing reviews in the dApp store also helps quite a bit as well. You use the new wallet for token run. Okay. I think I know what you're talking about with this problem, because I have a Pixel 7 and I installed the app because it's available for Android, not just the Seeker phone. When I installed the app on my Pixel 7, I wasn't able to sign up properly. I didn't give it enough tries. First of all, it didn't let me use a referral code. When you use a referral code, you do get a bonus, and that's why I was trying to do that. It wasn't valid for some reason, and yeah, I was having problems installing it. So maybe I'll give it another go. What's the highest early staking decentralized? Okay. The highest coin for staking? Well, that can vary because a lot of new projects will have some ridiculous APYs in the hundreds, even thousands of percent. But it means nothing if the token isn't worth anything. So you really have to take a look at the project itself before you start staking it to see if it's even worth staking it. Because you could earn a lot of that token in a short period of time, but if the value of the token is almost nothing, it doesn't really matter what you earn in terms of staking. So you got to kind of weigh those out. My strategy is 5,000 staking, token run, Accurus, Uprock, 375 AI. Hey, that's a good stack. That is a good stack. Token run, great. You're making something. Accurus, great. Uprock, I haven't tried. 375 AI is an excellent dApp. I have it on my iPhone, and I'm getting the EAT token. It's a very strong project backed by very knowledgeable people. $1 to $2 a day, not bad at all, especially in this market. Like $1 to $2 a day in the previous cycle wasn't that attractive, but right now that is excellent. Good job. Cost more to open boxes than what you earn. Is that about my DePIN comment? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the projects aren't making very much right now. There's a great purge that's happening in the space right now, which is probably a good thing, because some projects that weren't well funded are probably not going to last through the next year. Yeah, they're dying out. Like Wayru was one of them. They didn't have the proper funding. I'm actually happy that they cut it loose early. And they also released the software, which was open source on the devices, so you could repurpose them. I wanted to make a video on how to repurpose their hardware. So it's not electronic waste. If you can still use it for something, that's better. You did the same. Yeah. So when it comes to games, and I'm trying to get some runtime on my phone, I just let my kids use the phone. They're going to be better at it anyway. I don't get geode. This might be a problem. This is another person saying that they're not getting any. So I think the referral code has something to do with you getting tokens, the geo tokens. You're supposed to get 20. At least this is the way it was. You get 20 geo tokens when you sign up. And I left it in the wallet because when you're opening up chests, it costs a geo token. If you're not getting anything, if more people are out there and they're not getting the geo tokens when they sign up, let me know, because I can try reaching out to the team and see if there's a reason for that. Do you have Helium service on your phone? No. So I'm in Canada, and Helium Mobile is not available here. What I'm using is actually a DApp in the DApp store called Encrypt SIM. So Encrypt SIM lets me purchase an eSIM for my Seeker phone. That's how I'm getting connectivity with it. And I can buy a range of days. So I think I bought 90 days because I was testing it out. No, I first bought 30 days. It worked really well. And now I just purchased another 90 days. So I'm using an eSIM on the Seeker phone, and that's how I'm getting connectivity. Um, Helium Mobile is not available in Canada yet. I'm still waiting on that. Seeker is good to use as a hardware wallet. Yes, it's good to use as a hardware wallet for Solana only. If you want to hold, I don't know, Ethereum or Bitcoin or something else like that, you won't be able to with the Seeker phone. But if you're engrossed into the Solana ecosystem, this is an excellent piece of hardware for holding the tokens. Thoughts on Solana? I'm disappointed. That's my thoughts. I have it right over here. It's dead. Haven't even charged it. This is the Play Solana. The airdrop was disappointing. The token's not doing well at all. This is comparable to some other gaming consoles that you can get from China that have emulators built into it. Although that's not legal, this one is. There's only about 4 or 5 games in here right now, and I'm hoping that they're going to release more. When I last checked last month on development, I haven't seen too many significant updates. They could be holding back, but the console itself is actually pretty good. I should have mentioned this is a hardware wallet as well. So there's a biometric scanner on the back over here, and there is a hardware wallet that's built into the device. So you can use this as a hardware wallet too. Seeker 2 for $250 now, or a different one? It's the same phone. It is the same phone for half price. The catch is you have to use the SKR token when you're purchasing the phone. Also, you're not going to get a large allocation of the airdrop like season 1. So that hype is over right now, and there still will be airdrops. It just don't base your purchase on an airdrop. It is a good hardware wallet. I agree. I guess that's in German. Do you review dApps? Do you need to review dApps? So it helps. So when the categories have changed in season 2, but to fill the category or the ring called, I think they kept the same name. New things. It's called new things. The in the store category is gone, thank God, because that was a nightmare. But the new things, I don't think it's required to write a review, but it helps. That will definitely help. Welcome. I'm disappointed. Bought the phone and didn't get that info that I have to use it more to get more tokens. Dislike Solana. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, maybe there is a communication problem with the team. There's a few issues overall. A lot of people bought the phone, like the first phone, expecting an airdrop just from purchasing it. That wasn't the case this time. So yeah. Oops, got that as what is BIRB? What do you need to do for it? Yeah, so I put the links in the description for Moonbirds, and what you needed to do was buy the mint the SBT token. Can you still qualify? No, it was a limited window. It was a limited window. Is SKR on Binance? Let me check. I'm not sure if they launched on Binance. I will check it now. Where's markets? There we go. I'll show this with you. Okay. So I don't see Binance in here. Bybit, Gate, Coinbase, KuCoin, Mexi, Kraken. No, doesn't look like it was listed on Binance, unfortunately. A rug for Burbs. That wouldn't surprise me. Seems like there's always some sort of rug going on during these token generation events. That's why the Seeker drop completely shocked me. I was expecting a massive dip, which didn't take place. Do you have service on your phone? Yes. So I'm using what's the name of the app? I'm using an eSIM, and I purchased a short-term eSIM. So it's called EncryptSIM. You can find it in the DApp store. I'm in Canada. Our mobile plans suck, so it's expensive here no matter who we go through. I believe it was about $15, which isn't too bad for, I think it's like 5 gigs of data. I have to take a look at the plan. But you have to specify the country that you're in or the country that you want to get your eSIM from. And then it'll give you the allocation of bandwidth that you can use based on price ranges. Oh, okay. I don't know. The more you stake, the more you earn. That's a good question. I'm not sure. The team has not said anything about this, so that's new. If you know something about that, let me know. But I don't believe I don't believe there's any metrics right now that is suggesting the amount that you stake. Couldn't hurt if you believe in the ecosystem. I'd be careful though. Be cautious. You know anything about Go mining? I don't know anything about Go mining. Sorry. Let me see if I can check that out, Slick. Go mining. Is this it? Is this the website you're talking about? Go mining? Mine Bitcoin? Can use a crypto card? Get a virtual card? Is that an app? Yeah, this is new to me. I know nothing about this project at all. Not really sure what you can do with it. Maybe you can mine with it. I'll check it out. Anyways, I got to go pick up my kids. It is over 1.5 hours. This stream was a half hour longer than I was expecting. Thank you for joining my stream. This is the second one that I've done. I'm doing this every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate you coming out and showing your love. If you don't mind smashing that like button on the way out, it helps me expand and grow, reach as many people as possible. So I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on. Tune in next week. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. I haven't even come up with a subject for next week's stream. Follow me on X, or you can put it down in the comments in YouTube, and we'll figure it out from there. But anyways, have a good one. Cheers, guys.